call this meeting to order. This is pretty much our first members meeting, organized members meeting. I am Chris Lopez, your treasurer and interim secretary for the ISA Texas student chapter. At this time, we're going to go over the minutes from last meeting, our, what is it, they call that meeting, the organizational meeting, or inaugural meeting, where we elected, we nominated and elected Taylor Campbell as our president, Justina Cruzado as our vice president, and secretary or treasurer, Chris Lopez, myself as treasurer. Other than that, we really didn't decide any of the policies. That's what we've kind of been working on since then. We'll outline that in the rest of the agenda. And like I said, interim secretary for now, trying to fill in as much as I can with secretarial duties. Does anybody agree or disagree with the minutes for the last week's meeting? Anybody that was present at meeting? Okay, so we're good with that. Okay. So now we'll hand it over to Taylor. She's going to give her president's address. Where is it? I'll put it over there. But go over.
Hi guys, it's good to see y'all again. The last couple of weeks since we had our last meeting have been exciting. We have started the role of getting this thing, or getting this section up and going and starting to get it active. That works. We started working on our bylaws. We have.
We'll go over it.
You want to go? Okay.
That's the other topic.
Okay. So where's?
You still have
Okay. Okay.
normally, just a disclaimer, guys, we would have the agenda printed up for everybody, and also y'all would have gotten that a week in advance.
Issue is it has changed so much since we're still learning stuff. We've been trying on the professional side to make sure that we have all of our dates in line for stuff that we've been planning for y'all. So we didn't actually send an agenda out. Normally we will send y'all a message about the meeting, send you a link with the agenda and everything like that. And then of course we would expect, some RSVPs back from y'all and stuff like that, or anything y'all want to see added to the agenda, kind of stuff like that. We want y'all to be really active in this. We want to hear y'all's voices. We want y'all to tell us what y'all expect of us, what you want from us as president, treasurer, and vice president. We really want y'all's input. We are doing this out of our own free time for y'all because we know how important it is. We know how important ISA is, and we know how important y'all having those connections with our professional side before y'all jump out there in the job market. Okay, our mission, guys. Our mission statement is very important to us, and the reason we want it to be so important is because we feel like it's honestly what we're going to be all about. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and read it to y'all. Do you have it up? Do you want to put it up on the board?
I can't do that because it's not, I can't send it to us.
Okay.
You're in on sending this attachment.
Well then,
Can you try to send it? It'd be nice to see you.
yeah, that way they
You
can.
know what?
If you
have it on
I
my-
can pull it up actually. I just realized I sent it to you.
I know, that's what I'm saying. I was asking.
Beautiful.
So while he's doing that real quick, guys,
Talk to me about.
I am. I'm gonna talk to y'all real quick about the fact that we are trying to get our nonprofit going. We want us to be a nonprofit group. The ISA organization wants us to be nonprofit. So we are really trying hard to get that paperwork up and going. I feel like I would have a better chance at getting these companies to donate to us and to provide the services if we are a nonprofit group. We still are sitting, we're kind of, we need to make sure all the legal logistics behind it is correct before we go that avenue, and that's the avenue that we want to do. So that's why we're not rushing anything whenever it comes to the nonprofit side. We have a certain deadline anyways, and we've already missed it, so we have to wait for the following year. The scholarship guys, that the ISA provides. There's so many incentives on the website, and I really want y'all to use those. I really want y'all to use the resources that they put out there, the discounts. The more we use them, the more active the ISA sees that we are being. With their free online training, you know, every time you log into your account and you do one of their online classes or you do something, the ISA can see that member of the South Texas area is doing that, is getting on and taking the initiative to learn what they have provided for us.
And in some
makes them
cases,
wanna
they
provide
give
more.
money back to our section for doing so. So if all of our members take training courses, they will send rebates back to our section so we have more funding to do
To
events,
continue that training for y'all.
things like that.
Is it expensive?
Some of them can be, some of them
Some of them are free.
are free.
So you really just gotta take a look, some like the webinars, for instance, the ones that we've done in the classroom. They do webinars constantly, guys, several times a week on different subjects. You know, you don't have to sit and watch all of them, but there might be one coming up on fiber optics or cybersecurity that you want to.
They're all archived also.
Oh, okay, there you go.
You can look at them on
Get
demand.
back to the-
They have a huge video library.
Oh, you got the mission statement?
Can you
there?
download them?
Y'all can read along with her when I read
Okay.
through it. Guys, this is an important tool for our organization. Everybody needs to know the mission statement, so that way if another person that's interested in joining, or a professional person or a vendor comes to you and asks you, oh, what about the ISA? What is the ISA? Who is the ISA? This is what we all should be able to recite. Not recite to them, but give to them as an explanation.
And I wanna give y'all a heads up, guys, we're gonna be changing this top paragraph a little bit smaller and making it easier for y'all to express. I feel like if it was, you know, more basic, y'all could express it a lot quicker to someone, but our core values, our behaviors, and objectives are all still the same. We have, you know, the same objectives. So, okay, our mission statement. Our mission is to give our student members the best opportunity to broaden their understanding and potential in their future endeavors with regards to instrumentation, process technologies, and engineering fields. We provide an outlet for our students to expand on what they learn from their studies with the necessary knowledge and skills employers seek out in today's industry. Through our association with the ISA and our local professional ISA section, we open up the dialogue and knowledge shared between industry leaders and the students. Through this, we hope to help bridge the gap between the leaders of today and the leaders of tomorrow, pushing our respective disciplines forward. Through our core values, behaviors, and objectives, we strive for every ISA student member to be more marketable in the job market and enter as first-class professionals. Our core values, go ahead and move it up all the way for me, please. Oh, will it? Okay, sorry.
Three core values.
There we go. Knowledge. Education doesn't stop when you leave the classroom. ISA students recognize that our industry is constantly moving forward with new and better technologies every year. Employers will know that an ISA student is committed to constantly becoming a more knowledgeable and qualified employee who strives for excellence.
Okay, so knowledge.
Yes. Professionalism. Safe, respectable, and accountable. Right out of the box. We know that some of the biggest challenges employers face is hiring people who know how to conduct themselves in accordance with a professional environment. Our members are committed to identifying these important characteristics and exercising them at every turn so that we are better prepared to fill that demand in the workforce. Partnership. Leaders of today raising the leaders of tomorrow. We work to build relationships with the market leaders and listen to what they have to say in order to gain their knowledge and insight. We are committed to creating a mutualistic relationship so that we are more prepared for and networked with the industry. While our future employers and vendors can have confidence in an ample selection of competent ISA students to invest in. Core behaviors: champion safety, be accountable, communicate effectively, and embrace teamwork.
So, the first thing is always champion safety. If you're an ISA member,
Safety is number one.
and
That's the professionals that push that.
Example, like you said.
Yes, I do, because for instance, he was going out to the pilot plant the other day with Mr. Lister and a couple other students, and every student had a hard hat on but him. And you better believe that I got on him, and I know you're an officer, you represent this, section, and we all need to work together to remind each other about safety, because so far, every professional and every employer we talk to, safety is the number one thing. It's critical, guys, in our jobs. And so, we just really want to remind y'all remind y'all we represent the ISA in the student section, along with the professional section being linked to them. So we always need to help each other out, reminding each other for our safety glasses, hearing protection, hard hats, that kind of stuff. Just make sure we're all being safe.
We are gonna lead by example.
Exactly, exactly.
That's why he
So,
got in trouble, and I
so-
made him wear a pink hard hat,
He
guys.
looks
That's
good in
good.
pink.
That's good.
But that's the thing,
I did.
these core behaviors are very basic, there's only 4 of them, and those are the things that we want y'all to remember. What's the core behaviors for the ISA? Or somebody's asking me, I say, well, this organization is what we do, our core behaviors, we champion safety, we're accountable, we communicate effectively, and we embrace teamwork. Okay? And then you can tell them our core objectives, which is next, or core values actually is next, or core objectives, sorry. Core objectives is next, 3 core objectives. You tell them the core objectives, and you're done.
Yeah.
And that person should walk away thinking that person's involved in a professional, organized organization. Okay? So,
The objectives is to get the students networked with market employers, vendors, and mentors. Provide informational material and presentations on the industry's technology and practices. Provide information and training on resume building and interpersonal skills.
interpersonal, yourself, being able to handle your own emotions in your work environment or in a group environment. Intra, the way you communicate.
Yeah.
Soft skills is what they call it.
There we go. So, next.
Alright, so next topic on the agenda is Vice President's address. So, assume they went through last month's business dealings, right?
And he's also talking about, oh, no.
No,
The what?
that's later. You're good.
Oh.
Basically, we met 3 times. The officers, he was there for one of them. We met with the professional group 1 time. Shit, I'm excited. I don't know about y'all, and I'm old, so much doesn't excite me. So, they got a lot of things on the table they want us to do. We're steamrolling forward. We trying to make this thing work. We're getting it off the ground, so you gotta keep that in mind. We're just working as hard as we can, Taylor especially. Other than that, that's it. We gave up, there's little papers, if you got questions, write them down, turn them in at the end, because we do want to hear y'all's comments, questions, anything y'all have to say, especially during the meetings. Keep it going. Yeah, that's about it.
So yeah, like I said, okay, so now this will be the time that we got the secretary's address and the treasurer's address. All of our addresses, we're just gonna relay our business dealings in the name of the ISA as officers to the members, so they know what we've done. So, we met 3 times, we did this, that. Secretary will inform you of what they did as secretary. They sent off an audit to someone to the professional corporate headquarters on the treasurer's dealings. And then the treasurer will say, I got audited, okay? Right now, I have no business dealings at this time, besides the fact that I've been, we're just all trying to get our agendas, our paperwork,
Bylaws, all that.
figure out what we need to do as officers to
Get
basically,
this thing up.
we're not trying to reinvent the wheel. We're just trying to learn the way ISA does things and incorporate them and see what's going to be needed of us from that perspective. So at this point, no necessarily secretary or treasurer address. Move on to topic 1. Okay, so this agenda has 3 topics and 1 speaker, and then we'll open the floor to discussion. So if y'all have questions or comments, write them down, take notes on whatever particular topic, and at the end, then we'll have an open floor for whatever we've gone over. Okay. So if you can contribute, but try not to slow us down. We need to make sure we get through all of our topics. Topic 1 is meeting schedule, chain of command, and how to contact the executive committee.
Right now, guys, we still have not come up with a good meeting schedule. We're trying to work with the professional side. We wanted to do it like the third Thursday of every month, kind of today, and then just start on that routine. The issue is the professionals really want to be here, and we want them here. Anything that they want to come and be a part of, we really want them a part of. So I will talk with David over the next, 2 weeks or so, and we'll try to come up with a good time, but we plan to only meet once a month. I don't think I really need to meet with y'all any more than that. Y'all are all pretty good, with staying on top of stuff and communicating outside of our meetings as well. So, I'm very thankful for that. I'm thankful for y'all and how much y'all want this to happen.
As of now, it's third Thursday.
Yes, but we're not setting on that. We will announce the next meeting because I want the professionals to be here. They're actually out of town currently. This right here, this is gonna be the way to contact us. We are gonna email this out to y'all, along with some instructions for a event that's happening next week, and I believe Justina will talk more about that in a second. But this is all of our information. This email right here, the executive committee email. This is if y'all have a topic or something that you need all of us to address, like all the officers, chain of command wise. If y'all have an issue, or let's say y'all are out at a function, let's say Robbie's out at, some function, and someone goes, hey, well, if y'all want to, you can bring your ISA students to this. The response that you need to give people is simple as, I will let our officers know, and we'll go from there. Do you have a contact number for our officers, or can I give you my president or one of the officers' contact information, like, for instance, this email, which will go to all of us, including, I believe, Jimmy, correct, right?
Jimmy's not in yet, which we might set up.
We have
I
to
just,
figure that out.
I literally am just now figuring out our group email.
Right.
But as of
You
right
can-
now, it's the officers, the present officers, and Mr. Lister.
That's good.
So if
Okay.
you're,
We're hashing some stuff out.
so if
Okay.
you need to
Then
get,
we'll
yes.
just, yeah,
Run with it.
yeah, it'll go to everybody.
that works. Okay, so we're doing the executive committee. This is our email. It'll go to all of us, but then these are our individuals. If you have like a question for Justino because he talked about something in a meeting and you just want to elaborate further on it, you can email Justino. Of course, these are all of our cell phones if y'all need to let us know of anything, like if an event like that or an opportunity comes up for this section, feel free to text one of us. Let us know, hey, give it this guy. This sounds good, and we want to do it. We want to know that stuff. We want to know whenever y'all want to do something, you're all interested in it. And you
Top
think
down.
it'll benefit our students.
Y'all give it to us.
We bring it to
We'll take it
y'all.
on. We'll either say we can take it on or we can't take it on. If we can take it on, hey, okay, you headed that, so now are you willing to make sure that this project gets rolling, or we'll delegate it to somebody else?
Or should
And
not
go
take
from
it
there.
and just make sure it gets done.
Right.
Because
So
I
the-
really want y'all to benefit from this stuff.
But the important thing is we can't have everybody, we have to be able to digest it from the top down, so that way we don't take on too many things at once or be spread out, spread too thin, you know what I mean? And anything that we do, we want it to be, how would you say, we want it to be professional. We want it to be done right. We don't wanna just have one bad event with one company and then them say, oh, dude, we're never gonna do
Which
business with the
I don't
ISA.
see that ever happening with y'all. I think that the want and the drive to get this information and be taught it is, or I should say, get this information and learn it as well, is there. And I think that y'all are great at that. And I don't have a lot of concerns with y'all and the want to do this kind of stuff, to be active. Next topic, I covered chain of command.
Yeah, you got it. So that was meeting schedule, chain of command, how to contact visitors. Again, like I said, guys, if you have any questions, remember them, and we'll talk about them. Topic number 2, secretary election and bylaws discussion. So, starting with the secretary election, as of right now, we do not have a secretary. We're not required to have a secretary. But we think we probably definitely are going to have a secretary election.
We are, because I will need some help, so it's gonna be someone that can, grab a hold and doesn't mind helping. 'Cause
Right.
there's
So
a
as of,
lot of legwork with starting this.
yeah,
stuff.
and the thing that everybody needs to realize is it's not, just, I wanna be secretary because I want it to be on my resume. We are in a very fragile state right now, and it's requiring a lot of work. Actually, I mean, last week, look, we met up 4 days out of 5-day work week. I mean, it's demanding, and it's gonna probably continue to be that way if we do our jobs right, and we have a real thriving organization. So, we want somebody who's serious and committed and detail-oriented. But with that said, the election,
If you are interested in that position, you do not have to tell right now. If you will either email me or just let me know that you're interested in it, I will email you the job duties, and that way you can read over it and see if it's even something that you're interested in or wanting to. I don't want someone to read them right here in front of all of us and then go, oh, no, that's too much work for me. You know, I'm not gonna put you on that situation, but I will send you the information that the ISA has
and we'll
for-
talk with you.
Yes.
If you have any questions, okay, what exactly is a day in the life of being a secretary? Well, it might be running to Office Depot, picking up papers, coming back, printing out papers, organizing the agenda. I mean, you're gonna be in every meeting that we have as officers, you're gonna have to be in. Probably every meeting you will have to be in, because you will be responsible for the minutes and keeping track of what was said and that. So,
Yeah, we'll send y'all the descriptions of the duties, 'cause I know that not all y'all in here are really interested in it.
the
You know, of
election,
course, that job, not needing the section, but anyways.
the election process, the way we have it figured right now, and, I think we're pretty set on it, is we're gonna try to we're gonna give you all a month, so as of next month, we will take a nomination.
Let's see how many people even want the job to.
Right.
Inquire.
So, yeah,
Inquire.
let's see how many
So-
people inquire about it before we even go and make it deadlines.
We're gonna do this right, like we should, like an election should be held. You're gonna have a month for, to decide, you know, whether
Get
you
the
wanna do it.
nominees.
We'll have next meeting and nominations.
We'll let
take
everybody come
nominees.
up and talk to everybody, and that way they can kind of
Yeah.
propose their, themselves, I guess you
And
would
then probably the next month, we'll have, an election. So everybody has time to kind of lobby for themselves and, you know, get the members behind it, get the vote behind it.
Yeah.
Bylaws discussion. So bylaws right now, currently, we are still working on our bylaws. And we need to get them submitted, before we can actually get officially chartered and create a bank. The reason we have not submitted our bylaws is because we are trying to take our time on them and make sure that they're right. We have a general guideline for bylaws that are provided by the ASA, which we originally were gonna adopt. But Taylor, being Taylor,
Oh, Taylor girl.
I know, what can I say?
had to find out what the Houston section. The Houston section is huge. It has 600 members, student section.
Yeah.
And they have an insane bylaws. I mean, it's detailed for subsections. They have a web developer. I mean, they have like probably 12 different office positions. And,
But, real quick, not to interrupt him, I want, whenever he says insane, the reason that it's insane is the amount of members that they have, and it's also been revised every 4 years since like the 1970s.
Right.
So that's how you know it's been there for a while. The reason I wanted to go over theirs are so much more basic than ours. Ours are almost like the guidelines that they give you are a whole bunch of legal, you know, lingo and stuff like it's hard to understand, and I want y'all to understand them because there's no secret. Y'all are the ones that if y'all like something, y'all tell us, we fix it, we make it to where y'all like it. And so I really want them to be easy to understand. I'm not gonna just throw stuff out there and assign these bylaws to us and then us not even be able to understand them. Does that make sense?
So, long story short, we got new bylaws in hand. We're taking that step back. We want to make sure we get it right. But like I said, that's subject to change. Probably by the next meeting, we will hopefully have submitted our bylaws and gotten that hand.
Oh, no, we will have
We'll
submitted our bylaws and y'all will have a copy of them on your desk.
So we're working
I
on
can
that.
promise
That's
you
the
that.
status of the bylaws, guys. And
Bye.
once we do, y'all will all be notified. Y'all will be able to pull them up and find them. Okay.
Can I ask real quick, with show of hands, who would prefer me to send emails with all this information or have actual printouts here? Because it'd be better for us as a section if we didn't have printouts and I could just email everything. because it's cheaper for us, and right now, without a bank account and any income, it kinda, you know what I mean, it's,
I would recommend electronic documentation.
that's kinda
You
what
can print it out if you want to.
is that okay with everybody? Can we do that?
A lot of people have maybe our personal emails. If it's ISA related, please use our ISA organization emails, because we want to keep all of our ISA correspondence in one place. One, for ease of access, but two, for paper trail. We need to know who said what and when they said it and what was going on, so we're fully transparent and accountable, okay?
Well, then is that gonna be an email?
Yes, I will
Go ahead.
email this to you, and then in
God
a
bless
second,
you.
just Ela's gonna talk to you about, we have 2 more topics on there, and there's one topic that I will also have a flyer with it, attached with this, on, the luncheon next week, but we'll talk more about that in a second.
Okay, so, topic 3, guys, this is split into 2 sections, just so you know, you're gonna take over the alternate. So, alternate discussion.
He's got it.
Well, guys, I was put in charge of letting y'all know that, there's this golf tournament thing that came up last minute. We discussed it, we talked about it, and we are gonna go, including Jimmy. And the reason we did not wanna get the students involved, and there was a few reasons. The first one is because we didn't know what to expect. The new ISA, professionals, they're not the ones that set it up. It was somebody previous, so we don't know what we're getting ourselves into. We didn't wanna send y'all out there, and basically, they are professionals, but there is gonna be alcohol involved, so we don't want y'all to feel like y'all are getting belittled or talked down on or anything like that, since we're volunteers. And we wanted to go over some things, as far as we wanted to be organized. In other words, we wanted to work out a system where everybody's not working at the same time, where we kind of rotate and give so many a chance to go out there and network and get to know these people, because some of these people might be the ones that hire you eventually one of these days, you know, or you might be working alongside them. So that's one thing that we have to get figured out, how to work out, to rotate and give everybody a chance to not only volunteer, but to network if they want to. If there is any issues, you know, if somebody talks and you feel like you've been disrespected, you know, don't go off on them. Come tell one of us, we'll be there and we'll deal with it. We'll take your spot. We don't want y'all to go out there and blow up, and, you know, I got a short temper too, you know, nobody's gonna tell me something and I'm just gonna sit there. I'll smile about it, but, you know, I gotta watch myself as well.
So we're gonna protect our best interest.
Yeah,
And
we
you'll
want
handle-
to, and
you'll help
then
to handle
the
it.
last one is just be professional, you know. People that know me, they know that I address everybody, no matter the age or what occupation they got, is yes sir, no sir, yes ma'am, no ma'am. You know, just be professional, you know, conduct yourself in a
Otherwise, I'll go back to my grandmother's
Proper
way, and I'll start bringing the wooden spoon, and every time you don't say it, I'm gonna just whack the crap out of you, I'm just kidding.
Basically, we wanna get a feel for the
Yeah.
professional section and our section before we start.
Well, guys, to be honest, the officers from the professional section, like I asked her, okay, what we'll be doing, they really don't even know themselves what they're gonna be doing. Where we're gonna be volunteering, what we're gonna be doing, nothing, because this had nothing to do with the current officers. The current president, or the past president, before David took over, is the one that planned this, and so they're letting him finish this out because that's just the right thing to do. And then they'll start being able to become more active and stuff. And I think once we have David and Cassandra like in that spot and able to make decisions for they can, but you know what I mean, like it's just a funny situation that we're gonna step back from and just let them handle their stuff, and we're gonna handle our stuff and do what we have to do to get y'all up and running. But I didn't wanna put y'all out there and one of y'all be working for 8 hours and not get the chance to go and, you know, network or not, you know what I mean? Like, y'all are more than welcome to attend. It's an event if you wanna pay and you wanna, it's open to anybody. Just as, yes, sir.
One thing I might point out is that when you volunteer or you do something, you know, you're working the event.
Yes.
It's essentially, you're sitting at a hall,
Oh, yeah.
okay? So everybody in the entire tournament is going to be coming past you. So it's not really, I mean,
Okay.
just sitting there is a perfect opportunity to network, because everybody in the tournament is gonna be coming by you, so you get the chance to introduce yourself. And there, you know, see what I'm saying? I mean, you don't have to take time off your volunteer
Okay,
to
so-
go.
Well, but we.
Limited.
I'm just saying, you know, y'all can do it any way you want.
All
I'm
right,
just
so hold
saying
on,
that.
hold on.
Because we didn't know that.
Pause.
Yeah.
First
No,
out.
but hold on, remember this will where the LinkedIn will come in, to explain David and Cassandra's side, which his,
Yeah,
that's
go
a lot
ahead,
of it.
let's start talking about.
Okay, you want me to go ahead and jump into that? The reason is they asked if we have
Right there.
LinkedIn accounts. Oh, you want me to come back over there?
Can't see it.
In front of the camera, girl.
I like to show and realize. Okay. We had talked and we don't really have business cards, guys. We don't really have anything to hand out to these employers as they're trying to get our names and trying to remember us. And we want, whenever y'all make that impression, that they have a way to contact you or a way to find you. You know, because I can see one of them waking up the next day and going, man, you remember that Molly kid we talked to? He's a good candidate. But if we have no way to contact him because y'all didn't have business cards or anything like that, how are they gonna, you know what I mean? We're just trying to put y'all up, set y'all up for a more professional atmosphere and a more professional exchange with them. So with that, next Wednesday over in the Plato building at 11:30. 11:30, we're gonna start off in room 105. And we are going to feed y'all lunch. The professionals will be there. They're also bringing a gentleman in that's from New York Life, and he's like a little an expert, I guess you can say, or
Marketing,
with LinkedIn. And so he's gonna explain LinkedIn to you. He's gonna help you set up. I know you had. I don't know if you and Mark had talked anymore about the photo situation, which
Like bring the
we'll
camera
talk
thing.
about it. If y'all want to dress nice or bring a polo or a button up to put on, we will have a background and y'all can take a picture and I can email them to you. I have a professional camera, I think he does too. Because we want y'all to understand that LinkedIn is not a social media, it's not like Facebook, it's nothing, it's your online resume. So this gentleman is going to come in, tell y'all all about it and help y'all set up. After lunch, we will move over to the computer lab and he will help you set up your LinkedIn.
It's not so much just about setting up LinkedIn. LinkedIn is, it's
about
about how
having
you
the
use
proper,
it.
yeah, it's about
How
having
you
the
network with.
proper
It's who you link to
information.
and what job you put on there, and
Yes.
you start your job and then you end your job and you join your next company, and it's almost a history of all your jobs and who you met while you're there.
Yes.
That's basically LinkedIn in a nutshell.
I pretty much regularly get job offers.
Exactly.
Still.
Because you've got your history on LinkedIn and they look at it and go, this guy's got this experience, look at this.
Employers, recruiters,
And the professionals.
headhunters search LinkedIn. So they're like I said, it's a huge database of resumes. Is really what it is.
So our goal is to have our South Texas ISA student section. So if we do a golf tournament or a mixer or something in the professional section, one, we already have the soft skills because we put on these presentations.
But
Everybody,
if y'all are linked to the ISA for the professional side and the student side, they'll be able to find y'all on LinkedIn.
right, it'll be easy. South Texas ISA student, oh, there's Jimmy Toro. Shoot him
So
off the
that's
mic.
kind of why we wanted to wait for the golf tournament, not throw y'all out there without us even knowing what it was about and then
Trying to
without
call.
not having the LinkedIn stuff set up. But that's why the professional side and our side, we've rushed to kind of get this LinkedIn thing going because we want y'all to have those set up. We want y'all to go out and do this stuff, guys. We
Crawl
really
before we
do.
run.
We just want to make sure we send y'all out there prepared and the right way, so y'all can be successful. Because I don't even have a LinkedIn, so I don't know hardly anything about it. So I'm gonna be in that room with y'all on the computer making one at the same time. And so it's pass the word around, guys. It's for ISA members. And if they're not an ISA member and they want to, we have the paper forms, they can sign up that day, $10. And we will sign them up and they can go in and have lunch and do the luncheon and seminar and learn all that, or I guess it'd be called seminar, I'm not sure. Anyways, but y'all would do the
Yeah,
training
it's an
session
actual
with us.
presentation. This guy does this, he's done it for colleges, he does it for professional companies. He comes in, he shows them how to set up their LinkedIn, and it's actually like a PowerPoint presentation. I mean, This is being put on and by the professional,
Yes,
South
they're
Texas
sponsoring it, they're paying for it, they're gonna be
They're
here.
bringing the guy in, and they're paying for the food, and they're gonna be there. So if you wanna meet our president for the South Texas ISA, and the secretary, and the treasurer, and maybe even other people, then you should be there. And guys, this is an alright turnout, but we need more people to
That's what I was
become more
gonna
involved.
say, the professionals have really done a lot of work to move stuff around to set this LinkedIn up, because they really wanted us to do it sooner rather than later, they know how much it's gonna benefit us. So if y'all can pass the word around, let's get a good turnout and show our appreciation to the professionals for all the work that they're doing. But guys, remember, they don't have to do this for us. And, I just really want to show them our appreciation by being there and accepting the knowledge and the stuff that they're willing to share with us. So, that'll benefit us 100%. Yes, sir.
Let's move on to the last, this is the last, basically topic. This is our,
Can we re-clarify the time and date of the
Yeah,
LinkedIn
so
meeting?
I will send you a flyer whenever I send you the contact list at the same time this afternoon. We will send you a flyer with all the information. Like I said, if you don't wanna dress up, you don't have to, but
next
if y'all wanna
Wednesday
bring.
at 11:30, Play-Doh building,
Yes.
okay?
And then, like I said, if y'all wanna
Next
bring a button
Wednesday.
up or a polo or something like that,
Tell people in your classes, okay?
Yep.
This is an ISA members event, so you need to be signed up as an ISA member, pay your $10 to ISA to be in it, you know? Now, if you haven't done that, or somebody in your class hasn't done that, and they wanna come and they wanna be a part of the ISA because y'all are telling them about it and y'all are advocating it, then we will be able to sign them up there. If they just bring $10 cash, we give them a receipt, we'll take down their information, and we'll sign them up for them, so they never even have to go online, okay? Last topic, really, it's not a topic, it's a speaker. At this time, we normally would have either a student speaker who has prepared a presentation on maybe their expertise or an event that they went to, or we'll have a professional speaker come in and talk to us about an actual professional presentation, okay? So, we don't have one necessarily for this meeting, but we did attend a Drake Controls, what it was the grand opening for Drake Controls. It was me, Taylor, Jimmy, and Mr. Lister. So we wanted to speak on that and let everybody know more or less what we found when we went to that event, okay? Since they're talking, I guess I'll begin. But basically, you can see a bunch of brochures that we stole from them, okay? And what Drake Controls does is they're basically an engineering firm, okay, that is basically the local retailer for a particular line of products, instruments that go into, you know, any industry in our area. So they're the retailer for Woodward products, okay, and Woodward will make a intrinsically safe, what do you call it? Governor controls for steam turbines in mainly plants, you know, industrial applications. So when you're out in a plant, and let's say your fail-safe or your governor has gone out on your steam impeller, then they want to replace it. What they would probably do is they would contact Drake Controls, or your boss's boss's boss says, we want a Woodward brand intrinsically safe governor. Then if they wanted that, they would go through Drake Controls. And Drake Controls would either just sell them that thing and they would put it together with their engineers, but most likely they would have Drake Controls engineers and instrument technicians put it together, design it, get it approved by the customer, and then actually install it, okay, and execute it. So all in one, everything is taken care of. So really neat. Mainly we were just talking to engineers who had so much to say that I couldn't even really do a good job of trying to explain it to you. But it was neat to hear all the things that we hear in our textbook from Mr. Lister, Gallagher, and then talk about it in real world application. Okay, so that's what we want to get y'all in front of. All right, and that's what is the most, I think, valuable thing that we're going to try to give you guys as students is that translation before you get out and thrown into the fire.
I was,
Exposure that you're starting to hear these things, these concepts, and how they apply in real world application. Okay, so that's pretty much my spiel of it.
well, I was gonna ask, Jimmy, I know that, cause you were there, can you kind of express how you felt about it? Did you think it was something that all these guys would wanna go and take a field trip and learn about those systems?
I would recommend it.
You wanna put the camera towards him?
No, Jimmy, get up and speak, please.
I would recommend,
Get up.
what they're suggesting,
Get
what they're
up. Please get in
suggesting.
front of the
No,
video.
he's good.
This meeting's recorded, get in the video.
It's just wood.
Hey, it's not working.
It's just wood, because he's asking an opinion. Yes, you walk away with components that you're gonna be working with. And if you already have a visual, you get to put your hands on it, you're that much more dangerous. Just like the pilot plant that Mr. Lister instructs. You get your hands on this equipment, you have an idea of what you're gonna be working with. Then you can apply your knowledge from school to it. So any course, event that the officer suggests is highly recommended.
Got it.
I walked away with pretty good insight and able to offer ideas for Drake to maybe let us shadow some of these buildups so we can see how they're done, how they're put together, and how we can troubleshoot for them.
And we probably will, Ted, you wanna talk about, Jeff Davis, what you suggested us doing?
Yeah, we talked to Jeff Davis, which he's an ISA member in the professional side with Mr. Lister, and he was the gentleman that invited us to this, and he sounded really excited. He talked about field trips, us going out there, and I'm all game for it, guys. I'm ready to go and talk to him next week and get it started if that's what we need to do. I wanna hear from y'all.
Field trips is in,
Yes.
Training.
Go out there.
Yes, and then, well,
What they
field
do-
trips and training, they'll teach us about they want us to know the information about their products, because they want the next time that y'all are in front of your employer, or whenever y'all get out there, if there's a problem and y'all need a solution, it's one of their products, they want you to be able to go, oh, I know the solution. And you know what I mean, that idea comes from you. You're the one that took the time to learn their products and then turn around and offer your knowledge and your insight about those products to your employer, which end up, saving a process or whatever it is that they're gonna be using it for. I also did a lot of research. I don't know if anybody has heard this. Jimmy had brought to my attention the manufacturing case. And guys, that is awesome. Like, it is just absolutely crazy. It's
found it?
on the ISA website. I did. I even emailed Dow Chemical in Victoria. He's kind of pushing me though. He's wanting like middle of November, and I just don't think that we can pull that off. We're not up and running yet for us to jump up and take a field trip up there.
But will we be a chapter by then?
That's what we're trying to find out. I have emailed corporate. They're just we're on their time.
Yeah,
You know
once
what I
we
mean?
submit our
It's-
application, our application for charter with our bylaws and whatnot, it's gonna be like, it could be
We're
a week,
sitting
it could be a month before they say,
Application pending.
yeah, it's pending.
And yeah,
Our
we're gonna
district
try our
vice president
best
has
to
to
give y'all some of the incentives that this program is gonna, but to be honest, guys, we're really trying to get this up and going. It's gonna be the next years of students that are really gonna benefit
No,
from this.
it's happening now.
It is happening now,
and-
but more benefit will be further on.
Right,
But we all understand that we will be on the professional side after this. So we will be working with this student chapter. We're starting it because y'all are also gonna be leaders one day and be looking at this student section here in the coastal bend, the South Texas area, for y'all's hand-picked people that y'all want to work for y'all. So just kind of remember that, and you're not stopping with this section. You're gonna be moving up one day.
and then you'll be active in the professional section, okay? So activity is key. We have to get our members involved and excited, okay? I know y'all probably are, the people that are here, but we have to get more people. We have to create a movement, okay? Because in this industry, it's not necessarily popular to just share information, get together and talk about, that's not the culture right now. And that's what we're changing. That's what the professional ISA South Texas section is trying to do. And it starts here. This is the grassroots, okay? And it has like an incredible amount of value and benefit to any student who wants to actually take instrumentation, process technology, engineering seriously and get a job and be prepared to not have help when they get out there. Okay? Did you want to talk about professionals?
I was gonna let you know.
Drake controls, it is fabulous because it's marketing, okay? What are we marketing? Well, one, you're marketing yourself, okay, as a potential instrument professional coming into the industry. Two, you're marketing the ISA student section. That shows that we are involved, we're engaged, okay, for the better of the industry, right? And third is you're marketing Del Mar and Del Mar's program.
Your
You're saying-
degree.
Exactly, you know, which just all goes to add strength to the education that you're getting, okay? You say, oh, Del Mar has an instrumentation program? You hear that a lot, right?
A lot of people do not, a lot of
Del Mar has an instrumentation
people that are
program?
hiring you don't know how good our program is.
Then the next question is, oh, y'all have a student section? Okay, and then they're going, wow, so they're going, okay, wow, now this Del Mar instrumentation thing is bigger than I realized. There must be something to it, okay? So it snowballs, right? It picks up steam. And then as more people learn about it, the more people get involved, and now all of a sudden Flint Hills is going, yeah, Del Mar, they got a really kick-ass instrumentation program. They're really involved with ISA. So it's really,
That's how they sound?
and it's marketing for us, you know? I mean, ultimately, what is our goal here? Get a job, right? Well, get a job, keep a job, a career. Career is like lifetime, okay? So, it's a great opportunity. Hope you'll take advantage.
I really wanted to set y'all up for success, guys. I don't want y'all to be the ones that are out there, getting laid off, or I want y'all to be able to hand pick your jobs. I want you to have 4 offers on your table. You go on which one has the better insurance, which one has the better benefits, which one has the better 401k. I want y'all to be able to have that option. And I know that everybody in this room can.
And know your options.
Mhm.
It
So
should
that's
be the
another-
case. When you come out of here, you should have more than one job offer.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's just the nature of the beast. The career field is in demand. They need instrument people. So we should have people fighting over you, right? Like she said, pick your job, I don't want to have to drive that far, or they've got better benefits, or, they're working 4 10s, I like that, or, it's whatever. You should have options, right? It's all about options.
That's what we're creating. We're basically creating a brand, all right? If you want to be more marketable, then what we have to do right now is develop a brand, an expectation, our mission statement, our core values, our core values. We have to display that to the professional industry. So that way, whenever it's on your resume that you are an ISA student member, it has some weight, and it's on your resume that you have an associate's from Del Mar. It has weight. It means something. You are at the top of the list of applicants.
And to be
Okay.
honest, guys, I don't believe that we're actually building a brand. I think we are, and I do understand what Chris is trying to say.
Culture brand.
Yes. Well, the brand is already built. Those 3 little letters of having the ISA attached to you, their brand alone. Literally, guys, I've been wearing this tag around for like a week, and everywhere I go, someone wants to talk to me about the ISA. So I was just telling Mr. Lister, had it this morning. It's exciting. It's exciting to get people just handing me their numbers, going, "Hey, we want to come and talk. We'll come and teach all students." It's a great feeling. It is, because it feels like we can open some doors to really make y'all successful. I want to let y'all know West Campus has some tutoring. They have a process technology guy down there. He can help as best as he can. He said, that's who the gentleman, Louis, that was sitting in here earlier, he was going to try to talk to y'all, but he had to get back down to work. But it's over in the West Campus. I'll set these over by the sign-in sheet. If y'all want one, take one. Guys, this is something else that I really want all of us. I want there to be some South Texas applications in there, and us get awarded some of these. This is a scholarship program through the ISA. The ISA, I believe it has more to do with the sections. The section actual, like the professional side, will be the one that hands out our scholarships for this area. I'm going to set these by the door. The requirements are not hard, guys. Go online, check out the requirements. You have until September 15, 2017 to submit your scholarships.
Guys, If you can't see the value of, and if somebody can't see the value of spending $10 and being a little active in an organization, a student organization, to get opportunities to get scholarships for college, networking opportunities, these are things that you have to push to people, okay? And that's what you get for $10. It's literally freaking not even a skill. It's almost like, it's ridiculous, and that's what we need to get across. I mean,
And they don't have to be active in the local section if they don't want to. Of course, we want them to because that's a big deal for us. But guys, they do have a virtual for $5 where you get all this offering and the offerings of the online webinars and all that kind of stuff. But it's only $5.
Davis Worldwide Budget Discount, Geico Insurance Discount. So just from joining ISA for $10, you're probably gonna get more than $10 worth of discounts out of it. I mean, you literally are gonna make money.
And you know you're not selling them that they're already.
Huh?
What
No,
is that?
well, I'm telling y'all because y'all have to realize
I'm
y'all
just
are
like-
members, y'all are advocates. Y'all have to go out and recruit people.
Who was
Okay.
that you were reading off of?
Not benefits. This is membership benefits. We will probably email this to y'all as well,
Okay.
but we have pronouns because we wanted y'all to see it. Y'all have all the same. Professional members pay $130 for the benefits that you have too. Okay? I mean,
So utilize
You
them
get a
now
magazine
before
that's
you
worth
have to start
$10.
paying that price.
sent to you every month.
No,
Alright.
it's not part of it.
Well, you can get it in
You
print
can-
if
Yeah,
you want.
call it.
It's $10 extra.
It's email.
Hey, Robbie.
You get it online.
You get it
Get it
online.
online.
If you
On the
want
real,
it
it's not
printed,
because
you
I,
just have to
I get
call
mine
them,
and
they
I only
will-
pay
they
the
will send
$10.
you a copy
They
for
send
the
me
mail.
just
Also, one
You
last
have to go through
just
some
hit them up
hoops.
though on the real. You just gotta send them an email.
Also, if people are having trouble signing up online, or they're saying they're getting charged more than $10, you have to realize that on the application online it asks you what basically, what is it? It's like
Oh, the divisions.
the division.
And so if y'all have anybody that has issues signing up or that.
You get 2 free
needs
divisions.
help.
So if you sign up for oil and gas and refining or something.
Right.
All right, if you sign up for aerospace and something else that has to do with, because they're going to send you information on that, every single additional one after 2 is going to be
10.
$10 extra.
Yeah,
So
because I signed up
just
for
sign
2
up for 2
extras.
and you can add those on later if you want. If you decide, oh, I'm going to go into wind energy and you want wind energy specific information pushed to you.
Commercial, that comes back to us.
Yeah, you can do that.
No, that's a good thing.
Good for us.
I went and did the same thing
Yeah.
online.
I've
just
got 4
because-
sections. I think I got aerospace and like robotics as extras.
There you go.
Those
Anyway.
are fun.
And it'll show you the free ones, and then after you click your 2, then it'll start adding $10 to your total, so you'll know to go back and click those if you're not interested in them.
And give the webpage some time. It's a real slow webpage. You click it and you have to wait about
Don't do it on your
5,
phone
10
either.
seconds,
Oh, yeah.
and it's got a little
Phone-
hourglass, and then it's like, all right, you made the selection.
Don't do it on
Click
your
it
phone,
again.
do it on an actual desktop.
Yeah.
And if y'all need to, if y'all know anybody that wants to sign up, like I said, send them to the luncheon, and we will sign them up before we start. So,
$10. Do we have anything to hand out? Because I want to open up the floor discussion. I guess the
no,
floor is
if
pretty
I
much
have
open up.
anything,
this
yeah, if I have anything to,
Does anybody have questions on our
Think about it.
topics or want us to elaborate more on anything that's going on?
When you say you're trying to meet up with the professionals, they wanna meet up with us, are you talking just the president and the secretary, or?
No, well, you see, okay,
well, okay, yeah, let me take this. We meet up as the executive committees, this executive committee and them, to kind of organize the stuff, like for instance, luncheon and stuff. Whenever we met up with them this past week, they talked about
that's when we
a
organize the lunch.
social, well, what did they call it, a mixer, where we can get our professionals and our student section together and just do networking, literally just focus on networking. And
Or,
Well, how you were saying earlier, they wanted to be a part of our meetings.
they do,
Who exactly are they?
David, Cassandra, and the executive
Well-
committee wants to be here, so that way if y'all have any questions for them, or, which of course I'm sure they'll watch the video, but, and they're not always gonna be able to make it, but they wanna try to be here as much as possible. So if we do come up with an idea and we wanna take off with it, they can go, hey, we know someone that can help with that would sponsor it. They wanna be able to be here to help us succeed, to
and
be a
the
part
thing
of it.
y'all have to realize the officers that are in place right now, well, mainly David and Cassandra and Monica. I mean, they pretty much are the officers. They are
Well, and of
super,
course, Mr. Lister.
and
is-
Mr. Lister, yeah.
is Vice President.
They are
Wow.
super Yeah, Mr. Lister. They are super, like, supportive and excited, like,
Yeah.
if we show up with numbers, they are gonna continue to literally throw things at us. I mean, if you want a mixer, if you wanna be involved in a mixer, act professional around it, that's why they wanna be in our meetings, they wanna see that they can put us and let us drink alcohol around their members and it not go bad, not go poorly. So that's, you know, kind of what we have to build up to, and that's what we're working on. But no, as far as meeting up with the professionals, when we meet up with the professionals, it's just the officers. And we're only going over business deals. And anytime that we do that, just like we went in the vice president's address, we're gonna let y'all know. And if y'all wanna know what is talked about in that meeting, we can tell you. I mean, we set up the LinkedIn event in that meeting.
We
And-
talked about the mixer for y'all.
It's in
Um,
December?
What?
Did they say December?
Yeah, they're gonna do a
Well-
mixer in December, when we
Well,
wanna be a part of it.
I don't know for sure if they gave us a date. I'm just telling you what was brought up. They had brought up any ideas of stuff that they wanna do for us.
They mentioned the chili cook-off too.
Yes.
That's volunteering.
Us volunteering, and that's gonna be coming up pretty soon. Another thing is, guys, is I've been communicating a lot with Houston, and like you said, they're a very large chapter. Their events are free as well. I plan to go up and attend a meeting. They're having a chili cook-off in November. So I wanted to drive up and go check it out so I can kind of get a look of how theirs runs and what their students do for them. They are a lot bigger than us, so I think that theirs probably runs a little bit smoother, but, we're gonna get there, guys. We really are. And, I'm excited for this. I don't wanna dedicate, or I don't wanna say a certain date for that mixer in
Yeah,
case.
the
that
mixer's
they're
not
kind
even,
of-
we don't know what's happening, it was just something that was talked about, that's what was going on in the meeting. That, we gave them our mission statement, they gave us some notes on it. We asked them about, how they're gonna run their meetings and how they structure their agenda, so we can basically just kind of be mentored by them.
That's what
And
they're there for.
do
They're there
things
to
kind
help
of the
us
same,
get
we
going.
we have to be on the same if we're gonna, on the same page if we're gonna,
And that's a lot of what
actually do
Jimmy
this.
does, guys. Jimmy links us to the professional section. We have anything that comes from those well, whatever
I
they
haven't
start
had a
attending
chance,
thing,
right.
yeah, which they haven't, I don't think, really had any. Have y'all? Y'all haven't had any meetings or anything. So whenever they start having regular meetings, Jimmy will be the one going to those, and any information that they talk about us
Well,
that they
actually,
want
we're
us
all
to
invited.
know.
we're all
Everybody's
invited.
invited.
We're all,
Okay, yeah.
any professional meeting that happens, if it happens next week or next month, that they have their professional section meeting, we are, as members, allowed to attend, okay?
I
It
don't.
might be a-
We are
Non-voting members.
Yeah.
non-voting. Okay.
Non-voting members, but we are able to attend that meeting, see what they talk about, be in the
Is
loop,
there ever a time
Good
y'all
time
don't want us
network.
there? Okay.
so that will always be available. Now,
The upside to that is you get to see the problems they're dealing with.
what's
So
important to
you
them.
can do your research ahead of time.
And make sure we don't end up with those problems.
You
And
get-
another thing is y'all might even know Monica, some of y'all might. She's a professional, but she is a current student here at
She's an
Delmar as
engineer.
well. So we kind of
their
are blessed because she's on both sides right there. So, guys, this is really gonna be good. It's gonna be exciting, and, if there's anything that y'all haven't heard that y'all wanna hear about today or that y'all want us to talk about, write it down on a note card, turn it in to us. We will get it done.
We got them. No.
Okay.
Oh, but yeah, we should elaborate on that, okay, guys?
Well, no, it's open topic. Y'all have any y'all have anything that y'all wanna, did you have something you wanted to talk about, Jacob?
Jacob.
Anybody else?
By the way, I'm Jimmy. They keep referring to me.
Jimmy,
Nice to meet you, Jacob. I didn't know your name.
Daniel, you know Jimmy? Yeah, you have class with Jimmy, don't
Dan?
you?
Todd.
Todd, nice to meet you, Jimmy. So this is Mr. Todd.
Bonifacio.
I just noticed.
Bonnie.
the only one in here out of that
Very good,
class.
Mr. Bonifacio. You guys are in the program? Just started?
Yeah.
Bonifacio, Jacob, and
I wanna eat.
Todd. It's the name. Second time I heard it.
name to remember.
Okay.
But yes, it's good to know who you're talking to, talking about.
Guys, and
We need to get to know each other.
And we are all in the same classes, but also, I mean, we're already a unit, like, pretty much everybody in this class I have a class with. And I know, like, I probably already have your email and your number to get a hold of you. But that's the same thing. I mean, we're not necessarily doing peer tutoring like that guy was advertising, but we are each other's tutors. We are the people who like, hey, what are you doing this week? So you're already networked together. You might as well be networked in ISA and just keep the ball rolling.
All these are ISA members though,
Huh?
aren't they? Everybody here's an ISA member, right?
I mean, not just be. Don't just give us your $10. Out of that $10, we get $3. Okay, so it's not important. The money isn't important. What's important is your involvement. So whenever I say being in ISA, I mean being at the meetings, going to the events, following us on Facebook, advocating for people to join, advocating for people to know who we are, and conduct yourself professionally. That's what is the most important. Okay. So,
I did have a question about the Facebook. What is the Facebook name? Like,
Facebook name. Okay, so I'll probably.
How about in the email we send out, we'll put links to the Facebook?
I'm gonna link it because
That's a good
right
idea.
now we have nobody in it, so it's hard to find us. But as soon as we all go, and what you're gonna do on once you go to the
I
page,
can't find it.
go to events. It'll there will be an events somewhere on the page, and then subscribe to the events. That's
Should
really all you
be-
need to
should be
do.
the
So that way,
left-hand side.
all of our event notifications will be pushed to you. Okay, and then we'll post pictures and stuff like that. Our YouTube on the Facebook is already linked, so if you go to the info on the Facebook.
Or about me, probably
In
recommend
the
that.
About Me, it has the YouTube, so you can go and see videos of it. Because I don't know if we'll do it or not, but like, even if you miss the LinkedIn presentation, we're gonna try to record that with the presenter's permission. If he gives us permission, we'll record that, and then that will be available to ISA members on our YouTube channel. So you can go back, even if you missed an event or a presentation, and watch it and
We'll talk
experience
about
it.
it. We should be able to set up settings through Facebook and stuff that you have to like the page or be, a friend of ours to be able to watch the video. But we'll talk to him and see if
Well, no,
there's any
our
issues.
YouTube channel will be private, so I'm only gonna add people to the channel.
If
access
you've
the
got the
channel.
link from the Facebook page, you can find the video, but otherwise you can't, kind of thing.
Right.
Okay. That's ideal because your contact information is in the video.
Oh, that's true,
yeah.
for all of us.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Ooh, that's scary.
Right.
I
online
was
now.
scared enough giving it to y'all. Just kidding.
That would take.
Don't mess with me, guys. Alright?
Could be.
I got a light.
Hey, I know
got a
how to
trigger
use
finger.
that block button. Okay, on any contact. Well, do you have anything else to say, Justino? He's just quiet.
I'm
Guys, this is
excited.
how he is all the time, but this is great to hear that he's excited.
I'm excited.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I know I told Chris the other day, I said I saw your excitement whenever you were talking to Paul in class the other day. And it's a good feeling. We are excited for y'all, and we're really ready to get this going, guys. So thank y'all for coming today, and I guess I'll send y'all the email of the contacts and all the information, and then I will let y'all know as soon as I know when we're gonna do our next meeting. Next Wednesday, Plato, 105, 11:30.
Take a bath, brush your teeth.
Is there anybody that
comb your
can't
hair.
make it? 11:30 up on Wednesdays? Is there anybody in class? You're in class?
Yeah,
or-
there's
Where we at?
class.
Oh, the what class?
is it?
Gallagher? Well,
Oh, I mean, yeah, I didn't know too,
Gallagher's still in me.
I mean, that might cut into two.
That's not true.
Well, Chris, our Gallagher class is at 1,
That cuts into two.
unless you're in an earlier one as well
Yeah.
on Wednesdays.
Wait, no.
I'll do it.
Okay, that cuts into two classes.
Yeah, we'll get it.
Thursday.
We'll see
Okay.
if we can work it out.
Yeah.
Ask them,
I will talk- no, no.
ask your professors, and if